But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to build credit.
Yeah, we want to know, especially me. I know people my age don't know much about credit scores unless they have really been taught or researched it. Like my friend Carson actually knows a lot about credit score. I know nothing, and I have no credit, and I want to have credit.
Here's how you get credit.
So how?
Let's start at the beginning. Subscribe!
What's up, man?
Is this how we're starting the show?
Are we doing the show or what?
No, let's cancel.
So we're doing the show?
Nah.
You don't want to? Man, I don't even remember.
Why did you put your keys on the table?
I just got a new car.
Oh, you got a new car?
Yeah, did you not see?
No, I heard something rumbling and popping when you drove up.
I got me a new Ford Mustang 2022.
Really, what'd you pay for it?
Oh, I mean, a little down payment. But here's the funny part. It wasn't even my money.
What do you mean, wasn't your money?
It wasn't my money at all. Listen, I found this thing.
Are you in the mafia or something?
No, listen, I got me some of these cars right here. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. Man, I'm rich, dude. I don't even have to go to work tomorrow. If I don't
Really?
want to. Yeah.
How long will this last?
Well, considering in a day I made $15,000 hit my account, I can, as long as I want to last.
So how'd you make $15,000? Trade some stocks or something?
Now, listen, I signed up for these cards, these credit cards.
Right.
And they all three had $5,000 on each. So I put a down payment on 2022. Listen, I flexed it on this little blonde chick from OKC. I got a cheerleader flying out tomorrow, man. I'm about to live it up.
You gonna pay her way? Whoa. Before you get all in this, whatever you're talking about here,
Talk to me.
let's make sure we don't explode.
Oh.
About exploded. All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fireside Chat.
We got a fire.
We got a fire,
We might
man.
burn this place down.
We really might, or blow it out from screaming.
We about blew it up.
I was just joking. I didn't buy a car. I didn't do this or that, but we do want to talk about credit. So
what we gotta do? No, this is a great example, though.
I have no credit.
Okay. You pulled your credit.
I logged into Experian, not a sponsor. Please sponsor us though. Check us out, we're official. I have no credit, so zero credit.
So here's the sad thing about not having credit.
Yeah.
You've already had cable, you've had internet, you've had your own apartment.
Yeah, for a year.
And sadly, a lot of these companies don't report on you unless it's negative. So if you didn't make your apartment payment, you bailed out on your apartment, all of a sudden you're going to have this super ding and you're going to own this apartment complex $2,400, and that's bad credit.
Bad, yeah.
So bad credit's real easy to get, and they'll put it on you. But that same apartment complex doesn't legally have to report that you were doing good payments for that whole year.
That's stupid.
And then when you left there, you've done all those payments perfectly, you don't have a debt to them. But if you'd missed one and you left there, they would destroy your credit.
So that's actually something that has happened. Is I just found out through logging in and looking at my credit that I owed a month's worth of Cox cable. I canceled it, and they must have charged me for the next month because it wasn't 30 days notice.
And so it's on collections on your credit.
It's on collections. So what does that mean for me?
What it means is we're going to start with collections.
Okay.
Collections are terrible. It means you didn't pay something and you still owe it, and so you forgot all about it because you know what, you were drinking, and you were 20, you didn't really care and think nothing of it.
Yeah, hell, you deleted the app when you made your last payment.
That's right. So now you got these dings on your credit that are all negative, and they take years to go away even after you pay them off. They take some time to clear because it shows, like, let's say it's June 2022. Let's say we pay off that $77 debt right now. Well, it'll still be a while that you'll still be seeing as you move through your life that $77 bad credit. So it's very important you get these things paid off and don't have any of those on there. That's the first thing.
So credit's like, it shows how good you are as a financial person, like how good your financial skills
So
are.
what will banks do for you?
Okay, well.
So let's talk about credit scores.
Credit scores, that's important.
Okay, 550 credit score is bad. It's very bad, and it'll be hard to anybody loan anything to you unless you put a whole bunch of money down and they give you a really high interest rate on a cheap car.
Okay.
And those cheap car deals are kind of scam because they have you put almost as much money down as they pay for these cars. I'm not making that fire start again. That's all it's going to be for today.
That's fine.
That's our first fire, baby. It's good, doing good. It's kind of burning out, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't want to gas it up right in the middle. Probably catch this whole place on fire.
Yeah, well.
So anyway, we're
Okay.
Okay, so 550, like we talked about, is not a good score. 600 is kind of like, 620, maybe. 650, you got a decent credit score. So 630, 640, 650, you got a decent credit
The
score.
higher the credit score, the lower interest rate?
Well, as long as you know how to negotiate, because they'll still rake you over the coals.
Oh, wow.
When you go in, especially when you go in to buy a car, which is sad, they'll try to get you the highest interest rate possible because they make more money than that. But the rates have been real good. They were like 2, 3, 4, 5, but right now they're jumping up because the interest rates around America. So now a 700 credit score, that's pretty good. I mean, you're thinking you're pretty good. I used to think a few years back, maybe 10 years ago, we thought 720, that's a good credit score. That's a good credit score. Okay, 750, woo, that's a great credit score. That's how they kind of look at things. So I spent a good part of my life at the 690 to 720 range, which was, I thought, pretty Jim Dandy.
This is pretty high.
My credit score is 845.
845.
I didn't know there was over an 800
Yeah, that's great.
until mine went past it.
Do you not have interest rate at this point? Can you just have no interest rate?
Well, no, but if there are deals for no interest rates, I'll definitely get them.
Wow.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to build credit.
Yeah, we want to know, like, especially me. I know people my age don't know much about credit scores unless they have really been taught or researched it. Like my friend Carson actually knows a lot about credit score. I know nothing, and I have no credit, and I want to have credit.
Here's how you get credit.
So how?
Let's start at the beginning. First of all, let's don't make any mistakes. It's hard to do as a young person, not a young kid, but a young man making his way in the world.
Yep.
You too. Let's get your credit pulled. How'd you pull yours?
I use an app called Experian. You have to log in, put some information.
And it showed your score.
It showed my score.
Well, there's 3 different credit scores. So I'm not going to name them, but there's Experian, there's Equifax, there's one more. I should name it, but right now it's just.
I'm not going to name them, but I'm going to name them.
I was kind of flying right over my head. But there's 3. And so basically you always have 3 credit scores, and they're usually all within about 20 points of each other. And the credit ranking people will usually take the middle score. So if you got a 620, a 630, and a 640, they say you're a 630.
Okay.
And that's how they grade your credit. So the first thing you want to do to build credit is get online, got a few $100s laying around, get a prepaid credit card.
Okay.
So let's say you get a $500 prepaid credit card.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give them $500
Give them $500.
in advance.
Okay.
And they're going to hold it over here. I hope you can see my hand. They're going to hold it over here by the fire. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to let you shop with the credit card for $500, but they're still holding your money.
Okay.
And then you're going to loan that. You're going to borrow that money on a credit card up $500. Don't go above $250.
Yep.
And then
over half.
Then you're going to make monthly payments. So you had to prepay.
I had to give them money.
Because you ain't got no credit.
Okay.
So they say, yeah, you give us $500 and we'll sit on it forever. And you can go over here and you can shop up to $500, but you got to pay that. And you can pay minimum payments. Don't recommend it. Do not recommend it. I recommend you using it as your gas card.
Okay, so use it for gas.
Because you usually buy gas.
And then what is pay that off?
At the end of every week.
At the end of every week.
At the end of every week. Let it show that it moves. Now you can let it go a month. But after the first month it gets up there, start paying it off as you go. Don't let that thing build up on you.
So let's say I spend $150 on gas in a month. Just pay that $150 at the end of the month.
Pay it off.
It's the whole thing. Now I'm back to even ground.
Yeah, because it's gonna show you using money and coming back. And it's gonna start showing you, and all you're doing is creating a monthly history that's positive, that has no negatives on it.
Just some data.
Yep, just some data. And so you might only get 2 of those cards.
Okay.
Okay, so now there's like, ooh, he's got 2 credit cards. Because see, the lenders out there, the credit scores don't know those are prepaid. Mm-hmm. They just know they're credit cards. And that you're using them and you're paying your bills right. This is the smartest thing you can do at this young age. Now,
what about the I heard about cosigns.
Okay,
There's
so
people young who maybe under 18 or young like me who don't have any credit and need someone who does have credit to help them.
here's the smartest thing you can do, but you're going to have some cash. See, let's say we're going to go get a car. You are.
Yeah. Which
I got no credit.
I actually am going to get a car, so this is important to me.
Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to co-sign for you.
Okay.
But I don't trust you.
True.
At all.
I don't trust me either.
Okay, so we're going to go buy a $5,000 car, which really we're going to buy something more than that, but let's just use that number.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down, and I'm going to co-sign for him a $5,000 car. And basically, when you look at the note, you're going to borrow $5,000, but by the time you're done paying it back in 2 years, you're going to pay him like $5,700.
Okay, so interest.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to give me $5,700.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you just give it to the car company? Just go in and give them cash and walk out the door. Why not?
Oh, because if you just give them cash, then you're not going to have time to build the data that shows you.
You're not going to build credit.
Yeah, the data that shows that you.
So I don't trust him at all. So I'm going to have him give me the cash.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the cash and put it safe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down. I'm going to co-sign. So here's how that works. When I co-sign with him, it puts his name on the loan. It puts my name on the loan too. I'm responsible for that loan just as much as he is. That's why people don't really co-sign for me.
Yeah,
very
50
much.
50.
But we're going to explain co-signing how it can work for you. So we're going to co-sign. He's making some good money this summer. We're going to take a little bankroll. We're going to put it in my safe. And for about 6 months, I'm going to make his payments on time. I'm just helping him. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even going to let him handle the money. I don't even trust him at all.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, but what we're going to do, and what we're going to do is we're going to run along here for about 6, 7, 8 months. Why 6, 7, 8 months? Because I don't want to manage this loan for 2 years. So in 6, 7, or 8 months, we're going to pay it off.
How much credit think you'll build?
It'll do wonders for your credit. But it's kind of hard to say what number it's going to give you, but it's going to give you a car loan that you show consistent payments on, and in 7 or 8 months, that $5,000 loan goes to zero, your credit just went up.
Wow, all right, that's good, that's good.
Okay, so when you run through something and then pay it off, so now a credit card works the same way. Once you get these little credit cards, now let me tell you something, he's 20, going to college. The minute he graduates college, they're going to give you all kinds of credit card offers. Went to college, good upstanding citizen. He's going to pay his bills. Well, they don't have a clue if you're going to pay your bills.
GPA.
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Way to go, bro. Yeah. Your family's moving up.
Yeah, I'm proud of me.
But anyway, so I'm warning you about this. They're going to give you all kinds of credit card offers right when you graduate because they're going to have that graduation list purchased like a list on the internet. And they're going to come to you and offer you credit cards. They're
going to know you need the money for a student loan.
And they're going to know you want that money. You're out of college feeling good. You're going to spend it. That's what they want you to do. That's fine. Take some of those cards. They'll be high interest rates cards, but most cards are. So don't worry about that part. That's just how it is. Usually credit cards are between 12 and 22% interest. That's high.
It is high.
That's why you pay it every month. Now, it's not always going to work and you get behind, but always set your credit cards up online for minimum pay from your bank account. I mean, I don't like the minimum pay because it takes you forever to pay off those $7,000 in cards. But you don't forget to make the payment.
Yeah, so this isn't just free money they're giving you.
No, you borrowed it at high interest rates.
Yeah.
It's almost like some kind of loan sharks and you're carrying it around in your pocket. But so what I'm saying is on these minimums, set these cards up for minimum pay. So every first of the month, it at least pays them $20 to $25, whatever minimum pay is on your card.
So you don't get
so you have the credit.
So you don't get a fee?
No, so you don't get back credit.
Oh, okay.
Because you could forget.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to pay that. Man, it's only $20, no big deal. Big deal. Because once you're 30 days behind, it dings your credit, goes bad. And every ding stays on there. And when they look at your credit, when people look at your credit, it looks at your score, it looks at your last 2 years' payment history. Mm-hmm. It sees all these numbers there. And it shows if you've been behind or not. You don't want to be behind. So, credit cards and this. Now, for other people listening to this, if your dad's going to buy your car, your mom's going to buy your car for college or for whatever, tell them to put you on the loan.
Okay, co-sign it.
Yeah, co-sign it. Because they're going to buy you the car. They're going to put full coverage insurance on it anyway. Put you on the loan. Do you the biggest favor of your life to get you on the loan to help build your credit. So what I'm doing is I'm doing what I'm asking you to have those do, but I don't trust him, so I'm getting
What if
cash.
a parent put them on the credit card, but they can't use the credit card? Is that the same thing?
Well, no, because the credit card would have to be, you can have dual people on a credit card, but they got to pull your credit and your Social Security card, but I want to focus on this right now, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Because Carson offered if I wanted to be on his credit card, but that means
You know what, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a credit specialist. I just know my score's great, and I know how I got there, and I've helped people before. Here's what we used to do. I had some
I
people.
don't think we're specialists in anything.
No, we're not specialists.
I mean,
in
I'm a
anything.
specialist in one thing.
Gift to gab.
Gift to gab, what is that?
Gift to gab, what is
What
that?
is gift to gab?
Ability to talk, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Gift to gab.
That's what your specialist is?
So I had some associates, friends, family, whatever, and their credit was horrible because they came out of bankruptcies. And so what we did was we took them down to the bank. I advised them to go, and they went and got $1,000 loans. And what they did was they backed the loan. They got a CD at the bank.
Okay.
Don't worry about what a CD is. The bank's holding the CD as collateral for the $1,000 loan. So there was $1,000 already over there, and then I had a $1,000 loan. It was my cousin, and he paid $100 a month. And they held that $1,000. That had nothing to do with it. They held that in case he screwed up, and that helped him start to build his credit. So this is how you. Okay, so now we're going to run through something real quick that you didn't know was coming on credit. So now we know we're going to get us some cards, and after you get a few of these prepaid cards, you'll start getting card offers. Do not apply for every card in the world. If you start applying for 10 and 12 and 13 cards, it dings your credit really bad because they go, oh, this is a credit risk. This guy's trying to get a bunch of cards.
Oh, wow.
Just try for one. You got two of these little $500 ones we talked about. You can get $200 ones. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But after 3 or 4 months, Visa's going to send you one and say, hey, we'd like to offer you $2,000. Apply for that one. Only one at a time. You'll probably apply online. You'll know in 10 minutes.
So I'll give you $2,000?
$2,000 credit.
Okay.
And now you have a new credit limit. So now you can go out and shop a little bit bigger, but you got to pay it off.
Yeah, true.
But that's how this is going to go. You start out with like a little small plant, these your little credit cards, and they grow to be bigger plants, bigger credit cards.
Okay.
Now the risk is much higher on you because you might want to run to Vegas one weekend because I got a credit card, let's go. Well, that's good, but you better get ready to pay it off and don't get stuck paying minimums. So I just really want to quickly tell you about home loans.
Home loans, okay.
So you understand something. You know, there's different kinds of home loans, but there's what's called the FHA loan. It's what most people get. People with really good credit get conventional loans, and people with so-so credit get FHA loans. FHA means it's backed by the government. It doesn't matter which kind of loan you get, but I'm telling you this for a reason. You only have to have a 620 credit score and a job for 2 years to get a home loan through FHA loans.
Okay, that sounds pretty.
Well, it's important.
Pretty good.
Because most people are probably like, well, I gotta have really good credit, 700, all this kind of stuff. And FHA loans, this is where you need to call us if you're gonna get one. I don't do loans. I did have a mortgage company once. But the deal is the FHA loan gives you the good credit. Gives you the good interest rate.
Okay.
So if I go, let's say I got a 700 score.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 620 score.
Okay.
We both apply for a $200,000 home loan. We're gonna put 3% down.
Okay.
We're not gonna go total into home loans right now. But we're both gonna get offered the same interest rate. Because that's what FHA does. Now, the salesman on the other end might try to offer you a 6.4, because right now interest rates are around 5.9. And he might offer me the 5.9, but realistically, get another guy on the phone, a different salesman, he'll give you the 5.9, because FHA will give us both, regardless of our scores, as long as we're both about 620, they'll give us the same good score that they're offering at the time.
Okay.
Very important you know that.
So a set interest rate.
A set interest rate, and it's a fixed interest rate for 30 years.
Fixed. There you go.
So we've been talking about building credit. What else you want to talk about on building credit?
Well, let's see. I don't have any credit. I learned how I can get some credit. I learned that
What kind of credit cards
high
you gonna get?
credit, I don't know. But I'm gonna get the minimum, like the 500, maybe 1,000 if that's possible. It's a small one.
But you got to prepay it.
Yeah, you gotta prepay it, and I gotta just use it for gas or groceries or whatever, and pay it weekly, or if anything, if the bare minimum each month on the minimum. But I won't do that. I'm not gonna use the credit card. I don't think y'all should either if you do not have the money to back it up, because then you're just gonna get yourself in a sticky situation. And it's gonna be tough because you can't see your credit. You don't look at your credit every morning like you look at your bank account. So you won't know if you're not paying it. It'll just dink it in a one-day look, and it'll be all screwed up. So
And it'll take years to fix it. That's important.
So there's that. Now I can build some credit. Higher credit means lower interest
Rates.
interest rates. That's
On
what
anything.
On anything that involves borrowing money.
Basically
So
cars and houses.
houses, boats, whatever.
We're already up to boats now.
Boats, dude. It's the summertime.
We're balling now.
Well, we got a credit card. We're balling. But yeah, man. So you're telling me that all that money I spent wasn't free money? That's what I just learned.
You owe all that money. So when they give you your first credit cards out when you come out of college, people just tend to go out and go shopping and get the clothes, and get the shoes, and get the hat, and forget about the bill.
Yep.
That bill's coming, and you got to be ready for that bill. So you got it right. So the best way to build credit starting out is to go online and get some prepaid credit cards.
Yep.
And whatever you want to put in there, just kind of reiterate and kind of following through here.
Yeah.
That's the best way to start. And the most important thing you can do, I know sometimes you live with somebody, get an apartment together, both your names are on the lease and all this kind of stuff.
You hate each other.
You got to make sure these bills all get paid, because no matter how good you do, the bad is the bad that comes and tears your credit apart. So it's really important to start out young and start out properly and not abuse credit cards.
Well, I hope you guys learned a thing or two about credit. I sure did. Still not really looking forward to jumping in, but I'm going to need to.
Well, but we're just trying to prevent you some headache so that you get started right, get on your credit like he said he did, pull it, see what's bad out there. You can always negotiate. If a debt collection company says you owe them $300, they'll probably take $100. You just say, hey, I'll send you $100. My dad, you lie. You say, my dad is going to give me $100 to pay you, but if you can't take that $100 and you don't want to clear this debt, then I have nothing I can do, and they'll take that $100. So come up with a good story, pay off all those bad debts, and clean up your credit, and good luck in the future.
Yeah, work on that story in the mirror so you don't stutter or something or mess up. But you guys have a good day. And
subscribe! Subscribe!
Yeah, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment on what you want us to talk about. If you have any questions about life in general, we'll try to cover it for you. And
We are going to do mortgages in another show though, because you are young. But $1,200 apartments when you could own a $150,000 house for a lot less a month. It's a wise idea if you know you're living in the city you want to live in.
There's options out there, so we're going to try to show you how to do either one of the options.
We're going to try to guide you through life a little bit and things that nobody's telling you about. Thanks a lot for watching Firesideless Chat.
Firesideless.
Wait, let's see if it'll light. Woo, we need more gas, man. We broke as a joke.
See you
Good
next
night. Subscribe.